Okay, good morning, everyone. We are streaming live and we're ready to get started. If everyone would turn on their cameras, their devices, keep their device on mute until it's their time to speak to the court. If you're a court staff or officer, you do not have to turn your video on. But if you're a counsel for the parties, please turn your video on. Again, my name is Judge Tamika West. I will be presiding over the preliminary hearing calendar for this morning, November the 21st, 2022. As I call the calendar, please make your announcement. The first case we have on the calendar is the state of Georgia versus Tyrus Bell. It's my understanding that Attorney Schoolcraft is representing the defendant. Is that correct, Ms. Freeman?
Yes, that is correct.
And he indicated, I guess, in his email that there would be a hearing, but he's requested a continuance. Is that correct?
That is correct. We have no objections.
Okay.
And so,
what will be the preferred date?
in 2 weeks, so we would ask that it be placed on December 5th. And at that time, we can look to see if Attorney Schoolcraft is able to go forward at that time. And if not, we can, we can get another date.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have December 7th for all of our continuances today.
December 7th is fine.
Okay.
Okay, so December 7th. Position 7 on the calendar, state of Georgia versus Jamar Brown. State ready?
Yes, that's going to be a consent bond, Judge.
Position 8 on the calendar, state of Georgia versus Brittany Marie Cargill.
That was a fast track previously done.
Position 10 on the calendar, state of Georgia versus Heather Spring Carter.
State's ready.
Who's representing the defendant?
Your Honor, that's a conflict and an
Okay.
attorney is not yet assigned.
Okay. So we'll have to get a continuance. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Judge. And if that is the case, can Captain Beard be excused?
Yes,
Thank you. And that'll be continued to December 7th.
I believe so. Correct, Miss Mary?
That's correct. All of our continuances today will be December 7th.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Captain Beard, did you hear that? Wait, you're muted.
You repeat that, Your Honor?
Captain Beard?
Yes, I heard that. I'm still here for the Savage case, correct?
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Okay. Yes, you're still Savage. Thank you.
Position 11 on the calendar, state of Georgia versus Antoine Jamal Clark. State ready?
She's ready.
And we need to hold on that one, Your Honor. It looks like we may need a continuance because I'm still waiting on some records apparently, but I'll double check and see.
Okay. And we have 2 charges for defendant Clark, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Position 13 on the calendar, state of Georgia versus Ronald Joseph Curry. I believe Attorney Schoolcraft is also on that case, and he's requested to confer with his client. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Is the state ready on that one?
Yes, Your Honor.
Position 16 on the calendar, state of Georgia versus Geza Desalinsky. State ready?
State's ready.
And Your Honor, that's my case, Your Honor. That one gonna need to hold on. I need to have a discussion with the state about the final points of the law this morning.
Okay. So you need to confer with Ms. Freeman?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes, we'll just need a pretrial, Your Honor.
Position 17 on the calendar, State of Georgia versus Corey Alexander Dillard.
That was a waiver only previously submitted.
Position 20 on the calendar, the State of Georgia versus Charles Robert Gray. I believe that's Schoolcraft as well.
Yes, Your Honor.
And there's 12 charges. Is the state ready?
Yes. And Judge, is that one Attorney Schoolcraft said will be a hearing, or I gotta go back and see?
Yeah, I think he may have said pre-trial. You need to confer. Let's see. Yeah, if you go back and check that out. No, yeah, he says need to confer with client.
Okay, all right, so I'll just have my officer hold.
Okay. And I have 12 charges for Gray. Is that what you have? Charles?
Yes.
Okay. State of Georgia, position 32 on the calendar, State of Georgia versus Dante Devon Guffey.
State's
Your
ready.
Honor, this is Kevin Herrick. I'm here for Arnold Regas.
Are
And
you ready to go for it, sir?
yes, ma'am.
And that will be a hearing, or do you need to confer with your client?
I would talk with the district attorney first, but we're ready to go forward on a hearing
Okay,
at this time.
okay, no problem. And I have 4 charges for Duffy. Is that correct? You have 4?
Yes, Your Honor.
Position 36 on the calendar, State of Georgia versus Jatavius Hall.
The state's ready.
I'm Attorney Hill for Mr. Hall. I'd like to pre-try that with the state, but if we can't get anything resolved, looks like it'll be a hearing.
Okay. Position 37 on the calendar, State of Georgia versus Royal Homes. State ready?
State's ready.
Who's representing Homes?
This is Tiffany Pleasant for Royal Homes. Ms. Freeman, and I'm waiting for the waiver, behavioral health waiver.
Okay, I'll send that, get that over. Thank you. Sorry about that.
No problem. Thank you.
So you said that's gonna be a behavior waiver?
Yes.
It's the waiver this morning,
Okay,
waiver only.
has it been previously done, or it needs to be done?
It's gonna be done this morning.
Okay, thank you. Position 41 on the calendar, State of Georgia versus DeAndre J. Johnson. State ready?
That defendant is still out on loan to the feds, Your Honor.
Cheryl, do you know how long he's gonna be on loan?
I don't know.
So what should we do?
Well, we don't want it to get lost. So I would say we have to keep putting him back on the calendar because we don't want to get lost. But I don't know if you want to push it out a little further past December 7th, but I definitely think we just need to keep him on the calendar so we won't forget about the case.
Okay, so I'm gonna look and give him a different date and I'll let you guys know.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, who's representing Mr. Johnson? Do we know?
That's me,
Okay. Position 44 on the calendar, State of Georgia versus Jalen Avery Jones.
State's ready.
Who's representing defendant Jones?
So Jalen Jones is part of a multi-co-defendant case. So it's been on the calendar several times, and I'm not sure if there was an attorney ever assigned to him.
Okay, so do we need, with Ms. Davis, would you have that information?
See, and Arnold Ragas, I'm not sure if Mr. Herrick is representing him also. So
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
was
sure.
gonna say the same. Thing. That's who I have.
Who do you have?
There's Jalen Jones.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's going to be a conflict. We can't represent everybody on that case. So Mr. Jones is going to be conflicted out and should be in process.
And so Jones is a co-defendant to Guffey. And so and so I certainly would ask, hopefully the next time Jones is on, we can have another attorney, because before, Judge, they had assigned Jones and Guffey to Attorney Herrick and Mr. Rega's office, and they can't represent both.
Okay.
And so that's what happened the last time. And so, so we still need another attorney assigned to represent Jones. So we would be asking that these cases be placed together.
Any objections, Attorney Herrick?
No, ma'am, I'd have no objections to that.
Okay, so we would need a continuous, Ms. Mary, for Guffey and Jones. What calendar do you want to place them on?
And one more.
Yeah, the 7th, and hopefully, Attorney Herrick, do you think that'll be enough time for an attorney to get on Jones?
I don't know, especially because I believe Bo Mosley is also on this case in the same situation of
Right.
an attorney.
So, Miss Mary, we probably need it pushed out just a little bit past December 7th. Because given the holidays are coming up, I don't know how much is going to be happening this week. I don't know, but I would say if you can give us maybe that following week.
So this is Guffey, Jones, and Mosley, right?
Yes.
All right, let me look at it.
Okay, thank you.
I believe we have a specially set murder trial on 12/12. It's expected to last a week or two.
Okay. Well, Attorney Herrick, what date would be, just because I would like to make sure that there is enough time to get Mosley and Guffey, and Jones assigned. What date works for you?
You know what? Let's try to put them on for the 14th if that's one of your possible dates, and it just might be somebody different.
Okay. Judge, we were fine with December 14th. That's on a Wednesday.
Okay, well, that's, okay. Do we have any availability on the 14th, December 14th?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so we'll continue that until December 14th.
Thank you, Judge.
Mhm. So that'll be for Guffey and for Jones.
Yes, and Mosley, Bo Mosley.
Okay. Position 48 on the calendar, State of Georgia versus Reginald Martell Jordan. State ready?
That's going to be a bond this morning, Judge.
Position 52 on the calendar, State of Georgia versus Kyrian Daquan Lott.
And Judge, that'll the state is ready, but that'll be a bond this morning. And because it's an armed robbery, I'll be sending the paperwork to Attorney Smith. You'll get the waiver to sign, but then the actual bond will be sent to a Superior Court judge.
You understand that,
Your-
Attorney Smith?
I do expect that to be the case, Your Honor. I would like to, if I could, just do a brief breakout session with my client just to let him know, but the family is on board with everything, so that should be correct.
Okay, I'll do that when I finish calling the calendar. Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you. Position 53 on the calendar, State of Georgia versus Dwayne Allen McGee Jr.
State's ready.
Tiffany Pleasant. I was assigned Mr. McGee. However, he canceled his visitation with me. So when we get a chance to break out with the jail, I can inquire and then update the court as to an announcement.
Okay, thank you, Attorney Pleasant. Position 54 on the calendar, State of Georgia versus Tyreek McKenzie.
The state's ready.
Is representing the defendant?
Mr. McKenzie is my client as well. I need to pre-try the case with my client.
Okay. And then position 56 on the calendar, State of Georgia versus Bo Allen Mosley. That is continued until December 14th. Did you have any officers on that case that need to be released, Ms. Freeman?
That deputy is not on the call, but I'll be communicating with him. He's with the sheriff's office.
Okay, thank you. Position 61 on the calendar, State of Georgia versus J. Terrell Murphy. That was, I believe that's also Attorney Schoolcraft case, and he asked for a continuance. Is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
And that'll be reset into December 7th. Position 63, State of Georgia versus Devon Tavius Neville. That was a consent bond.
Yes, Judge.
Position 65 on the calendar, State of Georgia versus Trebio Terrell Perry.
State's ready.
I need to pre-try that one with the state, Your Honor.
Okay. Position 66 on the calendar, State of Georgia versus Jonathan Powell.
State's ready.
And I'm not sure if he's represented by counsel, but thus far he has not spoken with me yet. So
Okay.
we wouldn't be able to do a hearing this morning though, in light of the charges, but I'll see if I can find out this morning though.
Okay. Position 69 on the calendar, State of Georgia versus Antonio Hakeem Reeves.
Judge, that officer, Deputy Spakowski, is actually on leave through the end of November. So we're asking that the case be rescheduled.
Judge, this is Kevin Herrick again. Can we put that on, I guess, December 14th, along with the Guffey case? And he also has a co-defendant.
Right, and the co-defendant is represented by Attorney Schoolcraft, and we have no objection to that.
Okay. And who's the co-defendant?
Wiggins.
Okay, he's on here. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, so December 14th for Reeves and Wiggins?
Yes, please, Ms.
Yeah. Okay.
Judge, that's all I have for today. May I be excused?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Position 72 on the calendar, State of Georgia versus Pretis R. Sanders Jr.
That'll be a consent bond this morning.
Position 73 on the calendar, State of Georgia versus Jamal Salvage.
The state's ready.
Man, I'm speaking with the state about that, so I just need to finish.
Okay. Position 77 on the calendar, State of Georgia versus Ricky Smith.
The state's ready.
It's Tiffany Pleasant for Ricky Smith. I need to pre-try the case with my client.
Position 82 on the calendar, State of Georgia versus Demarcus Starks.
State's ready.
Rhonda Hill for Mr. Starks, that's gonna be a hearing.
Okay. And I have 7 charges for Starks. Is that what you have, Ms. Hill and Ms. Freeman? Is that what you have, 7?
Yes, Your Honor.
Correct.
State of Georgia versus Norris Turner. I believe that's Attorney Schoolcraft.
That's correct, Your Honor.
And Ms. Mayor, he also requested a continuance in that case. We're gonna reset it to the 7th.
Okay.
And there's a co-defendant to that case, Marquise Willis. I'm not sure who's representing Marquise Willis, but we would ask that they both be placed on December 7th.
Do we know who's representing Willis?
Brandon Lewis, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that, Ms. Davis.
Brandon Lewis.
Okay, Brandon Lewis, okay.
And Judge, and Mr. Lewis texted me this morning, and I know he said he's on a trial calendar this morning, but he's going to log on as soon as he can, unless he's called out for trial.
Did he file a conflict notice?
Judge, I'm not sure.
Okay.
I just know a lot of times when the attorneys have, various calendars in the morning, they'll email me or send me a text. Because he had also asked me to send him the link, and I sent him the link also. So, but I'm not sure if he has a conflict that's been filed.
Do you have any objection to continuing that into the 7th, Ms. Freeman?
No objection, Judge.
Position 92, State of Georgia versus Deneen Walker.
Judge. And Judge, if I can hold, I need to check with my legal assistant to see, I can't make out what on my officer list, but if you can hold to the end of the calendar, and I'll have an announcement.
Okay, thank you. Position 93 on the calendar, State of Georgia versus Janelle L. Walker. State ready?
Ready.
Who's representing Ms. Walker?
Your Honor, Chris Told represent that client.
I'm sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you this morning, Ms. Davis.
Chris Told.
Okay.
He's the attorney on that case.
Did Tolles, have you heard from Tolles, Ms. Freeman?
I have not heard from Attorney Tolles this morning.
Okay.
I'll reach out at the end of the calendar.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Position 96 on the calendar, State of Georgia versus Janelle L. Walker.
The state's ready. I think that's one with
Oh,
Attorney.
yeah, that's the same one, sorry. Position 99 on the calendar, State of Georgia versus Michael Owen Watson.
State's ready.
Attorney Hill for Mr. Watson, I need to pre-try that with my client.
And then the State of Georgia versus Frazier Bobby Wiggins, that's reset until December, is that 14th? That's what, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Judge, I did not hear you call Louise Cruz Reyes.
Oh, because that's a paper file. So I believe Miss Mary, I don't have it on this calendar, but I am aware of the case, but it's just a paper file because of the way the warrant was done. So I do have the paperwork. You represent Mr. Is it Red?
do. I do represent him. It's my understanding he was on this calendar to this morning.
Yeah, Miss Mary, that's correct. You put him on this.
Yes.
we just have a paper file for him, but he's not on the calendar. Do you just, I'll just add him at the end?
Yeah, because of the way the warrant was done, we can't put him in the system, which is why he's on our calendar, Judge, because we have to be careful with this case to make sure it goes through the process. So he is on. If you can just call him at the end, that'd be great.
Okay. Well, consider it officially called. So
Okay.
the state, I'm sorry, Ms. Reed, were you aware of that?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. It's with the GBI. And so as far as I know, the state's ready.
Okay, Ms. Pleasant, are you ready or you'll need to confer with your client?
I do need to pre-try the case with my client.
Okay. So I'll add that to the calendar. Okay, no problem. Position 103 on the calendar, State of Georgia versus Octavius Williams.
The state's ready.
I need to hold on that one and pre-trial with the state.
Okay, position 107 on the calendar, State of Georgia versus Marquise Quentin Willis.
And
I believe
Judge,
that was reset.
yes, that's what Brandon Lewis, and I did text him to see if he was okay with it being continued, and he says he has no objection.
Okay, and what was the continuous December?
7th. That's the co-defendant to Norris Turner. It's a murder case.
Okay, and then I thought Alexander Corey, I also have him down as a co-defendant. Is that not accurate?
That was a waiver only. That was already done.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, that will conclude the calling of the calendar this morning for November the 21st. Is there anyone present that did not hear their client's name called? Okay, so is there anyone that is aware of their client and needing an interpreter? Okay, so I believe Ms. Tolles, let me ask Ms. Mary. Ms. Mary, are you aware of any defendants who may need an interpreter?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Cruz Reyes, if he might need one.
He didn't
Oh, yeah, I
need
guess-
one at first appearance.
Good morning, Ms. Schultz. He does not need one.
All right then.
Okay, so you're free to go, Ms. Toll. So I will allow, I believe someone before the public defenders meet with their clients, I believe, is Attorney Smith, you asked to confer with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, well, let me go off the record and then I'll do the call to make sure the jail